What's poppin', gods and goddesses? How are you guys doing out there? I just have one thing to say right now. Happy New Year! Happy fiscal New Year, should I say. I hope all is well with everyone out there. When I mean all is well, I mean everyone should be in good spirit. Everyone should be mentally aligned, physically, very well, doing very well physically and mentally. We have a lot of things to speak about because, as you know, although we have made it into a new fiscal year, things keep getting worse as far as the political stance on things. But hopefully, like myself, you guys should be doing well individually when it comes to yourself and your family. I mean, I expect that to be happening. I want to, give some positive energy out there. All right. We are going through some stuff, and I know it may be mentally draining to some of us, not all of us. And so we have to keep ourselves aligned, and we have to be spiritually inclined during these hard times. We have to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. So we have to speak about a few things, right? And I have some products here that you guys cannot really see, but I'm going to be sharing some of the remedy that I use to keep me in harmony, keep me in peace with self. As y'all see, I'm the indigenous goddess right now. I'm here to serve you and give you all of my energy that I have, and I hope to receive it back from you. And we keep it full circle to keep it positive. All right. You have to make sure that every time you have a negative thought in your mind, you have to make sure that you replace it with something positive and laugh. Make sure you laugh. Think about funny things. If you are going to be using these electronics, make sure you use it for your benefit. Make sure you use it to uplift your spirit, okay? And you got to watch funny videos. Make sure you do that. I laugh all the time. We're going through some trying times, and we have to really speak about what is to be expected. And we have to expect nothing but more turmoil and more chaos to be happening in the outside world. But unfortunately, we're in the circle of that. All right. And so we have to make sure that we keep, continue to be the best version of yourself. But, I don't want anyone to be naive and think that when January 20 come, everything is just going to mysteriously disappear. No, that is not going to happen. Things are going to continue to happen. Certain laws are going to try to be enforced. And most importantly, fear is going to continue to try to seep its way through our world. But we're not going to let that happen. Okay? Viruses have, they've been around for eons of years. So has good and bad bacteria and so many other scientific, things. So we have to make sure that we keep our immune system up, and we have to keep our spirit right. All right. You guys have to make sure y'all going outside and walking. If you feel comfortable going outside and having a walk with, your mask on, then do so. But make sure that you are going outside. Instead of having these conversations about these political events that are happening outside over the phone, at least try to do it while you're walking. Where is your walking partners? Okay. Make sure you're out there walking. Stretching is imperative. Okay. I'm talking about some real stretching. All right. You have to make sure that you're stretching. You have to make sure that you're exercising, and it doesn't have to be something very a very hard thing. Doing 5 sets of jumping jacks, whether it's 5 sets of 5 or 10, is really good enough, along with some walking. All right. You have to make sure that you stay mobile. It is very, very, very important, especially during this time. I believe I quoted this before, and I'll say it again. Denzel Washington had stated, in an interview, right? Because he, some allegations were made against him. And he said, if you listen to the news, you'll be uninformed. But if you don't listen, you'll be misinformed. All right. And he says now people are more, what's more important to people right now, especially the media, is to be number one instead of telling the truth. So with that being said, you're going to have to kind of decipher when you're listening to the news, what is the truth and what is not. And as our dear Pops would say, who, what, when, where, and why is the most important thing in your life. And so when you're watching something, you have to ask certain questions, as of, yesterday's event, right? With someone possibly being shot, which is a very horrible thing for anyone. But at the same time, how are people allowed to go back on the scene and there was damn near no yellow tape? So don't let that information be internal and affect you and get you depressed and get you stressed. We have to make sure that we are mentally stable so that we can continue to live for ourselves and so that we can take care of our family and our loved ones. All right. Sisters, we in particular, but it's not limited to the men, are very low in iron. We are iron deficient. I've had several conversations with sisters about, my hemoglobin is low, my blood work is low, I'm an what do you call it? Anemia or whatever, anemic, and always getting cold. And of course, I've complained about it. I know I have it. And my results are very low recently. So hopefully when I take my blood work again, it'll be good. But this is a good remedy right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay. It's called ferroglobin. All right. It really helps with bringing your levels back up, help you with your iron. All right. And help you with some other kind of stuff. We're going to put this close to the camera right here. All right. As you see, I've been taking it lately for a few days. I've been feeling really good. Okay, it is so important. Your iron is so important, right? Especially when we talk about oxygen in the cells, it plays a major role. So if you're not doing well in that area, then it's no good to you. You're no good to yourself, basically. And so although you're walking in the street and you think you're living, but you're not really living because you're not feeling well. All right. You're not feeling good about yourself. And that's not a good thing. So, this it helps really great with your red blood cells. All right. Your hemoglobin. Go and look for something similar to this or something to that effect. Those little red pills that the doctor usually give you in the office, I'm skeptical about it. Make sure you do your research. One thing I know for sure, and I think that anybody would contest to this, is that those things make you constipated. That's not what you want. All right. I like to take liquid substance because it goes directly into your bloodstream, if I may say, and opposed to taking a pill, right? Or some sort of supplement. I would rather that. All right. And if the men are having the same issues, obviously this is my recommendation of the go-to. Now, with that being said, sometimes, right, and this has been spoken about a lot in our community, women who have heavy menstruals and women who have fibroids, your menstruals are very heavy, or when you're having your menstrual, you have these like little blood clots and you may have the possibility of having fibroids. That's a no-no. So it's like, although you're taking this and you're trying to keep your iron up, it's like you have a leak somewhere and it's like you constantly fighting to replace it. So once again, go to the doctor and get checked out. It doesn't mean you have to listen to everything they say, especially if they're not listening to you, but take the necessary tests that you need to find out what areas that you need to work on. And obviously, if there's an emergency, do what you have to do and work it out with your primary care doctor. But something that I know, let me tell you, brothers, make sure your wifey, your goddess, takes this no matter if you have an issue or not. It's called womb blend. I kid you not. When you take this thing for the first time, it's a sack. I don't have it. This is just a box. But it's literally a big sack that has herbs in it, and you have to boil you a gallon of water, and you have to brew it, and you have to take it I believe like once a day, depending. You cannot. This is so strong that if you are pregnant, you're at risk of abortion. All right, you're at risk of aborting the child. So this thing is freaking strong, especially when you first take it. When you take it the first time, it's extremely strong. Okay, you will feel the cramping. You will feel the cleanse in your womb. Okay, this company and this product has been out for a long time. I will, you know what, I'm going to make sure that I put this information in the description box afterwards, but it's by One Love. Okay, by One Love. And I cannot tell you, brothers, these are the things that your woman should be taking, you know what I mean, to really cleanse herself. I would recommend after your menstrual, some of the liquid that you brewed, to take at least a half a cup and put it in a tub and soak in this with some lemon. I like to put spirulina, I don't know why, and chlorophyll in my tub, but I do definitely take baths directly after my menstrual. It's a tradition for me, you know, and I put this in there. Now, it does not say to do that, but that's something that I do on my own in addition to taking it orally. This is very important. We have to keep our wounds clean. We have to keep ourselves clean. You know what I'm saying? We have to make sure we're building our testosterone up and making sure that we're healthy too, especially when it comes to your intestines and your stomach, because that's where the tree of life is. That's where your real brain is at. So you have to make sure that's always good. Something that I recently used, and this is very, very bitter. Okay. This is very bitter, but this is also a good remedy that I heard about. It's called Female Wellness Tonic. Okay? Woo! Bitter. Okay? Very strong. I would prefer this more because, see, I like to brew. You know, my folks, half of the side of my family are from the Caribbean, and my other half is from the South. So I am used to taking herbs and brewing them, and so I prefer this. But once again, this is very good. Okay, very, very good. And like I said before, boop, in the tub, I guarantee you, the freshness with some cut up lemons is not a joke. I guarantee you. All right. Listen to me, you guys. We have to drink a lot of water. Make sure that you drink a lot of water. Peace to the gods. Okay. The spelling of this one right here is called Female Wellness Tonic. All right. Female Wellness, WELLNESS Tonic, TONIC. The other one, I've been using this. I can't tell you. Okay. I have it upside down. Sorry. It's called the Womb Blend. This right here, you got to make sure that you are not pregnant, and you cannot take this with your menstrual either. Okay. They both would tell you it's not approved by the FDA, but it will assist in any fibroid situations that you have if it's not something severe or very big. Once again, no matter what the situation is, go to the GYN doctor, take the little ultrasound, find out what's going on so that you know how to move. That's what it's all about. Take your blood work so you know what's going on. All right. This one here is Ferroglobin, F as in Frank, EROGLOBIN. This is for the iron. Let me tell you something. This work. You know, for me and I think some people can test this. Make sure you guys send this link to your family so that everyone can really see what's going on. There's remedy out there. And also I hope that you guys got remedy that you can post in here. But when my iron is low, and I'm currently at 7.9, my iron is low, okay, to the point where I had to get a phone call from the doctor twice. Like, you don't understand how low your iron is. You got to correct that right away, because according to the doctor, it can affect your heart eventually, okay? But when I would bend down and tie my shoe, and then I get up, or I bend down for something, I would get like this rush to my head. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a connection. You need oxygen within your cells, right? And oxygen in your brain. And that's one of the signs for me when I can tell that I'm low in iron. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced any of that, but that's, one of the signs for me. Obviously, just being lethargic, very cold. Okay. One of the signs of very low iron, if you're cold, even in heat, you're cold, something ain't right. All right. Make sure that you do what you got to do. Listen, if you don't know, now you know. We've all went over the importance of vitamin D and how the melanated people in particular are low in vitamin D. And I would challenge that I would say even women are even lower. Women who have had children or who are pregnant, because you got to remember, when you are pregnant, the baby is taking the nutrients from you. You understand what I'm saying? So we all know that vitamin D is not really a vitamin, but an actual hormone. And because we are heavy in the melanin, right, we need more of this than any other race, right? So my vitamin D levels on my blood results, I gotta show y'all my blood results, they were very high. I was proud of myself. My hormones are doing right. And I know because of these things that I use, as you see, I'm almost finished with this. They help. Now, men, I got something in particular for you. You see this thing? It says the diabetes formula. All right. I don't know if you guys ever watched the episode with Peter Shue. He was on the show. We interviewed him, one of our good dear brothers, and his high blood his pressure, right? Was it his pressure? Was high. He recommended this. We wound up getting this, okay? It says the diabetes formula, but it addresses anyone who is blood pressure is high. It balances it. It balances this. This right here is not a game. Okay. I know a special someone whose pressure was slightly high, I believe, and he took it and he's doing better. Okay. I'm going to read what it says. It says support healthy blood sugar levels, support healthy insulin function. Okay. And it support joints and muscular pain. Dang, I know that I should be taking this. Support hydration. And hydration is very important, right? Because we're not drinking a lot of water. All right. Promotes cardiovascular health, helps stimulate immune response, supports healthy blood pressure levels. Okay. That's what I was talking about. So these are the may suppress anxiety, and it may boost your energy and support healthy inflammatory response. This, not a game. Okay. Like what I said is like, I like the liquid stuff. I like stuff that goes straight through, and then I drink the water to make sure it's going all through my bloodstream. This is very, very important. We need to walk. Take walks outside. Make it your business to just do 10 jumping jacks going all the way turn 4 times. So that's 4 sets of 10, and just walk and drink water. Make sure that we're not eating too much in the nighttime. Right now we're going through a lot. Okay, we're going through a lot. They're talking about possible another strand even more stronger of the COVID, right? We already know what that's all about, trying to interject fear into us and stuff like that. But for the mean part, we don't know what's out there. And if anything is lingering in the air, it's not much we can do, okay? We don't have the proper tools to be able to put on us. And even then, that's not healthy, okay? So this is the go-to. Testing is not going to help you. These things are going to help you, okay? I'm telling you, like, we have to go extreme with it. Our skin is the largest organ in our body, right? We have to consider putting a shower head on our shower, okay? Because we've consumed so much of chlorine throughout our lives living here, right? And that's one of the mechanisms that they use, one of the chemicals that they use to cleanse the water, right? And for I know, like for this state of New York, even going into the swimming pool, change your shower head. It does not cost that much. Please, we need to stay stress free. There are a lot of Asian massage places in the side in the whole massage places that you can get a massage $10 for 10 minutes. All right, $20 for 30 minutes. Massage yourself. Have them stretch you out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt a little bit with the stretching, but consider that. Instead of going to buy some soda, or if you smoke some trees, try to reduce that. Go and get a massage. Is great for the tissues, right? Is great for like little claws that may be stuck somewhere that need to be released, and you know what I'm saying. So if you have a clot stuck into your tissue and then you get that massage and it releases it, you're able to drink a lot of these some of this stuff that we give you, that we are recommending to you, and it can kind of just go, be released. Please get these things done. All right. Stretch. Sit down on the floor, fold your legs and stretch. I know for some of us who may be older, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to stretch. Stretch your arms, stretch your neck, do some jumping jacks. If you want to, get the six pack and you want to go extreme with it, go ahead. But just remember, you got to constantly remember what it's all about, and do it with the children. Some of us are just going through some issues. We're working, we're running from here, we're running from there. Some of us may smoke trees, some of us may take edibles, but that's not enough. You got to make sure you're drinking a lot of water and you're stretching, okay? Now, these devices. Let's talk about fasting. When we hear this word fasting, people have many different ideas about it. There's so many different ways to fast. Just choose one. Start with something. There's a water fast, there's dry fast, there's liquid fast, there's fruit fast. Fasting is just not consuming what you normally would consume. Fasting from electronics, fasting from procrastination. There's so many different fastings. Let's try to break bad habits, little small habits, no matter if it's just, if you find yourself always thinking negative, if something happened to you and you say, oh, that's always happening to me, I'm sick and tired of this. Change that. Make sure you're staying around people who always speaking positive. They're not really always having negative conversations. Some people have negative conversations, but they don't realize it. I am one, so I like to be around people who are always constantly speaking positive, because it changes my thought process, because I'm in that circle. Love. Always think about love. Think about the great times that you've always had in your life. Like, that's the most important thing. And laugh. Watch a lot of funny videos. Watch a lot of funny videos. Yes, we do have to stay informed. with what we know as the fake news, but you best to believe January 20, things are going to get what they're going to be. Nothing is going to mysteriously change, all right, overnight. So we have to make sure that we're staying positive, mentally well, because you can easily fall into what they call depression, okay? Your neurological cells up here can easily just get all discombobulated, and you can go into depression really quick and fast. And in fact, some of us are already showing signs and stages of certain things already. Always keep busy. When you're busy, it keeps your mind off of certain things, okay? Hugs. When you see people, you know, I understand, like for the females and the male or whatever, hugs are good. 12 hugs a day keep the doctor away, all right? Y'all gotta know there's remedy out here. We can't continue to say vaccine. And anyway, even for those who agree with the vaccine, I'm not saying any of you guys do, did they ever consider their immune system? Like, you have to have a good immune system to be receiving all of this poison that they're putting in you, you know? So take walks. I mean, how many of you out there actually take walks? I mean, do y'all walk? Jonah Bay was on here talking about he roller skate. I don't know about all of that. I wouldn't recommend it for somebody who needs it, not like Megan Thee Stallion. But at the end of the day, walking is my go-to, all right? I'm walking all the time, and it feels good. Do not stay in the house. Don't stay in the house unless you really need to rest and you just need to stay in for a day or so. I mean, that's not, doing any harm, but for the most part, don't stay in the house. Even if you have to wear a mask, it's fine, okay? But don't stay in the house. Do not. Take the water, cut some lemon up, cut some lime up and some fruits, and put that inside of your water and let it sit there and put it in the refrigerator, okay? Fruits have a lot of water in it, okay? Cucumbers, watermelons, I know we have a bad rep about this watermelon bull crap. Lemon and lime, right? And do what you got to do. Oh, as one more thing I had to show you guys, I make this spray. Like, I'm just like a creator. It's just natural. Like, even if I buy something over the counter, I'm already mixing what I feel comfortable with having. So when I am outside, for those of you who are conscious and don't want anybody around you, or you feel like somebody's coughing on you, I make this spray and I mix it with a lot of things, right? A lot of antibacterial, a lot of antioxidant, antiviral ingredients in there. A couple of the ingredients that I do, first of all, I put most of 70% or more alcohol. Can you pass me my alcohol in my spray, please? In addition to that, I put oregano oil in there. Oregano oil is an excellent thing, and I only put a few drops for your respiratory, right? And when I am wearing my mask, I literally, first of all, just go look for it. Ask him. When I literally spray it in my mask and all of my family masks, you can ask them. Like, it's my go-to. So we're inhaling and we're killing all the germs that's coming out through our mouth, because I can't wear a mask all day. This is supposed to be our filter system, right? I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. So it's killing the germs and the toxins that's supposed to be released out. You understand? And I put oregano oil, I put tea tree oil, I put lavender oil, and I put alcohol and some other things. But those are to name a few. I mean, it's to the point that when I use my spray, people are asking me for it. Like, I'm telling you, people have offered to buy it off of me. Like, what is that? Oh my God. And you can, if you spray it in your mask, you can feel it opening up your respiratory system. All right. Oregano oil is good for people who have asthma. So you're spraying this and you're making sure that your space and the space around you is clean. So Don't constantly keep using the alcohol, don't, because it's going to burn through your skin. What I don't understand is alcohol is really for bacteria, and we claim we have a virus issue. So I'm not understanding why they're not going hard and making sure that, you know, they make a lot of Lysol instead of the hand sanitizer, because hand sanitizer is nothing but alcohol, and that's for bacteria, and that's not good to put on your hands so many times a day, you know. They should be encouraging to just wash your hands and just leave leave that alone. But that's neither here or there. That's just my sentiments about it and the logic I come to grips with. But I have this vitamin D3 is by Blue Bonnet, BLUEBONNET. It has 25 mcg. Okay, and it is 25 mcg, right? But it's 1000 IU. Okay, it's a vegetable. It has vegetable capsules in it. Also, Jessica had mentioned that they have IV infusion vitamin D. I personally will be taking that, and I recommend that you guys take it at least once to kind of get it through your bloodstream. I'm good on my my vitamin D, but IV. Oh, IV. Okay. And I'm personally, I was talking about this right here, the IU, 1000 IU. You're not paying attention here. I'm talking about this. This is vitamin D3, 1000 IU, but the IV, you can also have it through the IV, okay, along with vitamin C. So there is remedy out there. Medicaid right now is booming. There's Medicaid, all right? And they're giving it to you without, like, literally just if you have a certain income, right? You can literally take your Medicaid. They have naturopath places where they take Medicaid, or they take certain type of governmental insurance, and they're giving massages, they're giving acupuncture. Okay, I will look for some of these places in New York, okay, and I will put them in the description box. Right now, as far as I know and I research, you don't have to pay any copay. So you can get you a little massage. You can get you a little acupuncture. They even have cupping. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but these are things that we need to be doing, okay? So that we can, you know, kind of be one with ourselves and deal with the outside world and what's going on. All right, so make sure you guys, I can put the information in the description box, the Medicaid number for only the people who live in New York. Anyone outside of that, just call your call what, I don't know if it's 311 or whatever city number that you have, and just tell them that you're looking to get insurance. Once you get it, they give it to you the same day. Due to COVID, all of the necessary requirements that they usually give you a hard time to apply for stuff, they are not doing. Matter of fact, if you have insurance and you don't like it and it's not going well for you, you can still call the Medicaid office. The only reason why I'm telling you to do this, you do it with your insurance. If you have insurance, even better. They have naturopath and homeopath offices and clinics where they're giving acupuncture. You can get massages with that. You can get physical therapy with that. And you already know the rest, okay? So peace to the gods and goddesses. What is the chat talking about? Because I'm ranting right now. Right now I'm doing mommy mode right now. All right. I'm doing mommy mode right now. How are you guys doing out there? Hold on. Just read it, you know. Just read it and see. Peace, Waji. Peace, Carl. How y'all doing out there? Oh, hi, Takia. How you doing? My eyes are bad, so I can't really see. What's going on, Aneb? How are you guys doing out there? How's everything going? Yep, another day, another penny, another tax credit. Shout out to the moderators. How are you guys doing? Oh, peace, sis. How are you doing? Peace, Wiz. How are you?
Shamosi Bay is in the building.
Peace, Shamosi Bay. How are you?
Optics Vision is in the building.
Peace. How are you guys doing?
Like you said, Takia is in the building.
Peace. How are you going?
As usual, is in the
Jaden. Can you please get my rain? Tell Susu to get my rain shower. Shower filter. Tell her to get that for me, please. Tell her to get the shower filter. I want to see. Hopefully, I have an extra shower filter because it's very important. I've been using the shower filters for years now. For years. Actually, I've always gotten compliments on my skin. Aside from me always putting a lot of coconut oil and all that other stuff on there. Tell her to look in the cabinets. Oh, go look in the cabinet, the bottom cabinet. Aside from me doing all this extra stuff, I'm an oily head. You know, I'm one of those parents that be putting oil all over coconut oil. Like when I go shopping when I go in, when I go to the supermarket, I kid you not, I'll get unrefined coconut oil. That is my lotion for the most part. I kid you not. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Either that, I'll do olive oil, but most of the time is unrefined coconut oil. I can go get it for you right now. Coconut oil. But I am, like, my skin is very sensitive, and so I've been using shower filters probably, I could say, for a good 10 years now. And we all know, like, your skin, things seep through your skin so fast. So I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of pharmaceuticals in the showers, along with the chlorine. Now, 15 years ago, I had watched a video how they were going. I was told that they were going to purposely put pharmaceuticals inside of the shower, be inside of the water, because they said that we are, we're too hyper, and they need to calm us down, so to speak. So we do need to order the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, lit thing to find out exactly what are the readings in your in our water. But I know for sure, last I seen, which was a few years ago, and I'm pretty sure things haven't changed much. We have pharmaceuticals in our water, along with certain bacterias, along with fluoride and chlorine. Bad. You're wondering why you can't function mentally, and then you're gonna take a vaccine in addition to all of that. That's a lot. We've been dealing with a lot. All right, so we're getting attacked left and right. So I'm telling you guys, like, you have to go extreme. Invest in yourself. That's one thing about me. Some of these things, I believe this bottle. How much is this bottle? This bottle alone is about like between $30 and $50.
I think like $30.
All right, this is $30. This right here, believe like was $40. All right, this woman think this is, please. Sisters, get this, okay? Most of us have a fibroid or two. I don't think you're going to skip past not having one with all that we're going through and everything that we're consuming. But let me tell you something. It is better, okay? I know that we have insurance, but believe me, when it comes to big surgeries and certain things, most of the insurance that we have do not cover all of this. It is best to invest in this every so often, once every 6 weeks or whatever, than to have a big ass hefty bill. And forget about the money. This is your health that we're talking about. Invest in your health. Me personally, I would say that I know we like to travel. I know we like to go to the casinos and have fun. But once a year, you should be planning to go to some wellness place outside of where you live at, outside of the city, outside of all the chaos and the hustle and bustle, because this is the empire. And other places, wherever you are in the world, dedicate at least 1 week, and that's not really good for me, but at least minimum 1 week to go to a healing retreat, a holistic retreat where you're going there to eat healthy, to meditate, to relax, to get away from all the toxins, because you have to recharge. Even computers recharge. So I hear all the time they want this to be a robotic world. Even robots have to shut down, be oiled, recharge to go. All right. So we're mini robots in a sense. So invest in going to these healing retreats, and eventually these are the things that I'm going to be a part of, that I'm going to be forming groups we're going to go out there and do these things together. The last healing retreat that I went to was Honduras with Dr. Sabi. I believe I expressed that with you guys. It was worth every single dime. In fact, I remember booking 2 weeks. I extended a week to stay because the stress that just falls off of you is not even funny. All right, you're secluded in this beautiful land, peace and serenity, but you're being fed wholesome food. You're around people who are have the same mindset as you, that's trying to have to get themselves right, and you're getting all this information, you're building with people. It's an amazing feeling. So skip out on going to Atlantic City or going to Las Vegas, and make sure that you are doing what you have to do for yourselves. Last but not least, the children. Parents, even conscious parents, are having issues with their children and them listening, and they're just not there. They're not there with us. And for parents, and even for myself, it's like you can't even relate to your children. And you're saying that I'm conscious, I'm always giving them information, but it's going in one ear and out the other, because this has become their new parent. The TV has become their new parent. The teacher has become their new parent. Their peers have become their new parent. So we as parents have to really be strategic on how we're parenting at this point. We don't have, most of us, some of us still have that community. You understand? This is a beast. Okay, these devices are a beast. Take that out your ear. These devices are a beast, and it's controlling your children. And to some degree, it's overpowering your authority. So you have to be strategic. I went to this beautiful spiritual session some time ago. Shout out to Brother Hank. He's the one who invited my God and I think last summer or the summer before. And one of the spiritualists made mention of something. She said, due to the fact that, and she had mentioned this, children are not going to be listening to their parents. So always find adults in your community that are like-minded like you, to reach out to them, to talk to them, to kind of just basically reiterate what you're going to say. But more than likely, they're going to listen to them than you. Make sure that they're around those people, children, so the outcome and the influence will be in your favor. So we got to be strategic here. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all drinking y'all water? Can I have some water, please? I hope that y'all drinking water while we're talking. Like, we need water. Please drink water. Drink water. Can I please have some water? Thank you. Drink water. Lots and lots of water. And fruits that have a lot of water. Very important. January 20th, in my opinion, with my observation, nothing's going to change, okay? We're going to be forced to continue to wear masks. There's already mention of another virus out there, okay? People, anxiety levels are going to be up. And if yours are not there, just remember, are you strong enough to deal with everything outside of you? People are in a panic. People are stressing. So just make sure that, you're doing some of the things, that I just spoke about. Once again, shout out to the chat. Let me get this water. Okay. Is there anything that people want to share in the chat about this health thing before we move on? Because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. Let me drink my water. I hope y'all drinking y'all's. Excuse me. What? The legendary hip hop group Houdini. Sorry, you can speak up. They can hear you. Go ahead. Mention. What happened?
Those are just some notable things that people may or may not have known over the holiday.
Oh man, he passed away.
Some things that happened.
What thing? Okay, what happened?
Some passing. Those are all of the passing.
Wow. I just got a list of all the people that passed away over the holiday. John Ecstasy Fletcher, am I pronouncing that, of the legendary hip hop group Houdini has passed away. Ozone from the movie Breaking has passed away. Alex Trebek, don't know who that is. Trebek.
The host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Oh, the host of Jeopardy passed away.
Yeah.
Mary Ann from classic TV show Gilligan's Island. I did hear about that. And as we all know, Dr. Dre was hospitalized with an aneurysm, but he's definitely out, and he made a statement thanking everyone for the support. Rest in peace to all of the people that I just mentioned. Yeah, 2021, everyone is like, all right, we're over it. I mean, 2020. 2020, we're over it. In 2021, we're supposed to be looking for something greater. And we're going to get that. But, we just can't be naive and thinking that everything is just going to mysteriously disappear, because it really isn't. So some of this remedy that I've been speaking about, yeah, we're going to have to do. We have to go extreme. I'm waiting for someone to pass me my rain shower thing so I can show you. Because you guys have to, you just screw it on in the filter, and it you will see the difference in your skin. You will see. The first shower that you take, and they even have a sack that you can put in the tub. You'll see the difference in your skin. So don't take these things for granted. Go out there. A lot of these things are not that expensive. Okay, the rain shower is about $30. It comes with the shower filter and everything like that. We'll put it in the description box below afterwards as well. If y'all have any questions about any of these things, please let me know. Make sure that you're cutting up lemon and lime and some other things. Walk, and walk. If you want to walk and talk, walk and walk. Walk is the best thing. And believe it or not, if y'all how many of you guys out there, how many of y'all in this group right now, do y'all stretch? Do y'all stretch? Like, I'm talking about some stretching. Like getting on your knees and your back, like really doing a great stretch, like a yoga stretch. How many of you guys are stretching? Because that's an exercise within itself if you're not used to doing that. And you feel so freaking good after. It's like a good hurt feel type of thing when you're doing it. But for most of us, you feel so good afterwards, okay? Stretch, and stretch. What's going on, chat? My moderator, his mic is not on right now, but he can still talk. I am certain you guys can.
Yeah, I just have to yell so y'all can hear me. You feel me?
Thank you.
Y'all gonna hear me tonight, though. Either way. Shout out to Crazy World.
Oh, God.
Shout out to BX Young Haas in the building.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He says, I don't know if I want to repeat that, but
what did he say?
Shout out to Say Do the Goat. You know
okay.
Do the Goat's in the building.
He in the building. Okay. I can't.
Shamosi Bay says it stretched all the time as well as 80 push-ups daily.
Woo!
That's what's up.
All right, we got to get a goal now. All right now.
Yeah.
All right.
80 to 100 is good. You know, you can pull that off. Now,
he said push-ups.
Oh, King Haas, my brother King Haas.
Okay.
Let me correct that. My brother King Haas.
Yes, he is.
So let's talk about these people killing each other out here at the White House. I mean, at the Capitol and all of that.
It is a conversation to be had.
Yeah.
I just had to get the health out of the way. We had to get the health out of the way.
Because we care about our families.
That's right.
We want to make sure that y'all
we good.
On point. Y'all are up to date with what y'all can use and what y'all should use.
Right.
To make sure that your health is right.
Right.
So that.
All right.
So that's what it is.
Okay. That's what it is. All right. Listen, guys.
But about this thing over there,
I'm going to have to do the push-ups. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, Cardi B. All right, these dudes out here, they acting a fool, climbing up in places like goddamn sardines and everything, piling up on each other. Not a gunshot in sight, because you already know if there's a whole bunch of melanated people, the whole place would have been bombed out like it's roach spray. All right, we already know that. It would have been bombed out like some roach spray. All right, I need you guys to share the link. There's a lot to talk about, but I have to talk about this Cardi B thing. See, sisters, y'all not, we gonna have to talk about it, and y'all not gonna like me, but Cardi B was right. All right, Cardi B do not have the volume in your home, and you are supporting her. So she's telling you, she told you, and I'm gonna read exactly what she said, because y'all lost your mind. Y'all think Cardi B don't pick up a broom in her house, then you gotta be out of your mind. Stop with the false illusion. These new songs and stuff is entertainment, and you get to choose. You get to choose what you should have entertaining you. And if Cardi music doesn't suit you well, then why are you letting your child listen to her music? And she told you her own child don't even listen to her music. And she don't allow her child to listen to over sexualized music and stuff like that. So my question to you is your baby better than Cardi baby? Is your baby better than Cardi's baby? All right? Cardi is telling you she's not going to be responsible for your child, okay? She says that her music is over sexualized and it caters for adults. In my opinion, we shouldn't even be listening to it. We shouldn't be listening to it. And if you feel some type of way, then you should have to make sure collectively that nobody's buying her music. It's just simple as can be. All right? A lot of these sisters look at these videos and they think, they're all painted up and they're all looking good. But did you not see Offset recording his wife sweeping, hair all messed up, her robe on in their big mansion? Yes. Pick up a broom. Yes. She is sweeping. And he said, jokingly, why you lying to the people in your song? All right? That image, that's reality. That's the real Cardi B. Cardi is cooking for her man and Beyonce is catering to hers. Do not get it twisted. Do not let these videos give you some false illusion as to that's somebody's real life. No, it is not. Okay? I've came home plenty of times from work to come and pick up a broom and sweep. All right? I'm not saying that's all you worth, because obviously mentally we are smart. Do not underestimate these females. These are intelligent entrepreneur females who know how to cater to a group of people and give people a false illusion. But that is not life. That's all I'm trying to say. And I don't mean to keep going overboard about picking up the broom, but I'm trying to be dramatic here to tell you it ain't happening. All right? That's all I had to say. I'm not going to even read what she wrote, okay? And once again, I made a statement on my personal IG. Would you take your child to a strip club? If the answer is no, then that same parental control and common sense that you have is the same thing with the music. Don't allow them to listen to it. If a car happens to be driving by and they hear a little snippet of something, that's fine. But make sure you're putting on high frequency music for your children, okay? Make sure that you're doing that. Let me tell you, my children be listening to certain things and I just cut it off. It's just cut it off because it doesn't make no sense. But let me tell you, let me let you listen to what I play sometimes, okay? This is real good right here. This is good. My children know this. They know this. This is it. Okay. Okay. So we set the tone.
That's dope.
All right, it's dope. Allow them to listen to Oya. Allow them to listen to some indigenous music. Allow them to listen to some soulful hip hop too. There's some really great music out there. But here's the thing: don't be getting on somebody else for your responsibilities, and don't pay for her songs. All right, and then at the same time complain about the music that she's putting out there. That's an oxymoron. But moving on. Lord of mercy.
Now, Shamosi Bay says, you already know they call us thugs, they call them, and I quote, great patriots. So you got to overstand the malarkey that's going on. I agree.
Ashe.
King Ha says, pork versus pork.
Pork versus pork. Stay out of them folks' business. Do not go over there climbing up no wall.
Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Ain't got nothing to do with you.
And where it says Cardi is being used.
Absolutely. I agree. Cardi is being used to push the agenda, and she's okay with that. She has blatantly said, I'm in this to get my money and to get my bag. But at the same time, she knows she want her daughter to live a wholesome life. And she don't want her daughter to be poisoned by the very same music that she's putting out there. The music that she's marketing, her daughter is not listening to. I mean, that speaks volumes. She wrote it. Okay? Let's get into this craziness with these people here. I know a lot of people are saying, is this the deep state? Is this Antifa? Is Trump pushing this agenda? Well, it's everything. It's everything. All right? It is everything. And if that man do not get out of that office by a certain time, I can only predict three things. All right? I can only predict three things. But the moderator, he's going to read a couple of articles to give you an idea as to what is going on. All right? Either if he don't get out, he can do the Resurrection Act. What is it? Insurrection Act of whatever, where he can enforce martial law.
They've already exposed Vice President Mike Pence as a traitor because he went in there and basically helped them to confirm Sleepy Joe Biden, and the bottom line is,
Trump got to get out of there.
Everybody is clear who is complicit in all of this sex trafficking, the pedophilia, all of this child endangerment. It's clear who's complicit in it because all they did was go hard at backing each other up, trying to make each other look good, trying to co-sign each other's moves, whether they were Democrat, whether they were Republican. They were out here shucking and jiving, trying to distract the people from what the real matters are. And they did a good job of it because there are a lot of people out here that still just don't get it, and they'll realize it once you have foreign military coming into your country telling you what you can and can't do, because that shit is coming.
Trying times are coming, guys. I do not see it not coming. Trying times. We already going through trying times, but some real hard trying times are going to come. And we're going to see what most allowed or wanted to happen. This is almost like who was it? Saddam, who had wrote the letter explaining the beautiful things that his country have. Was it Saddam? Or I think it was Saddam Hussein. And now look how that country is. You know what I'm saying? And look how the things have changed and turned over. This is basically what's going to happen to us. Trump definitely played his cards and playing his game to make sure he stay up and running. But once again, if you have to deal with closing the country or keeping the country open, I would rather keep the country open. And along with not having to play this game with this virus stuff. You know, it's very dangerous. A lot of people are falling into deep depression, and it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, as we have proven without a shadow of a doubt, has died because of negligence, because they went in there because they had anxiety or they had certain issues that they were dealing with, and they fell subject to going in and putting respirators on them when they didn't even need it. And now this vaccine thing. Now, mysteriously, the vaccine came out and everybody got to get it, but then a new strand is coming. So are they going to have to make another vaccine for this new strand? And it's just going to keep going on and on and on. A continuous after continuous after continuous until you're tired. You're tired.
They barely got this vaccine out, and he's talking about a new strain. So really,
this is something for you to think about. This is really something for you to think about. Anyway, would you like to speak on what transpired yesterday? Complete chaos. This is very interesting because I believe this protest was set by President Trump. Okay,
it was absolutely.
It was
staged.
set. It was okay. If you say it was staged, he is the one who called on the people to protest. Is that correct?
He called on people to peacefully protest.
Right.
But then you have people like Antifa and Black Lives Matter who really have a hidden agenda going on with their movements, and they were some of what you see, the optic, where they're the ones that's causing the ruckus. Now, there's one clip that I posted where they talking about chaos breaking out and the rioters, the police against the rioters, and if you use your two eyeballs and look at the picture that's going on, you will see that the police are stepping to the side and allowing the protesters to move forward. So there was really no resistance to the protesters. So that means that one was aware of the other, and two, that there was a hidden protocol to give this illusion of unrest, because that's not what Trump called for. He called for people to come down there, peacefully protest, and defend the republic. Because if Twitter and Facebook and Instagram could censor the president,
well, that's a whole nother question. He's no longer allowed to be on Twitter. Permanently.
What do you think they're going to do to your First Amendment rights when you try to invoke them?
And
they don't exist.
He also, I believe, is going to be banned from Facebook as well. I haven't had any. I didn't hear any mention of IG, but you know, what is it? I think Facebook owns IG or whatever. So same difference. But once again, with all this chaos that is happening, it's not going to get any better. Obviously, the people who feel that Trump should still stay in, they're going to continue. They're going to continue to do some crazy things, and then on the other side, we're going to have to deal with the falseness of these viruses and all this other stuff, and it's not going to be good. January 20th is not going to stop no time soon. And with that being said, people are very adamant. Both parties are very adamant about who should be in that office, and no matter who is in there on the 20th, you best to believe there's going to be some sort of civil war, possibly some civil war. Not best believe, but possibly a civil war, and even a World War III. You never know. Obviously there is a big powers to be that are fighting each other, and we are, in their minds, their commodity, right? I mean, for most of us, it's true, right? If you're 14th Amendment. And so we're just like the innocent bystanders in it all. Peace to the chat. What is the chat talking about?
Oh, they got a lot to say today.
I see.
They got a lot to say.
I know. There's been a lot, guys.
They talk about letting them fight against themselves.
Right.
Shamosi Bey said it's going to go down on President Biden's watch. This country is a republic. It is in the Pledge of Allegiance. Democracy is and always has been and always will be political theory, because at the end of the day, this is a republic. Shout out to Wally Sparks in the building.
Peace.
He says trying times are upon us.
Yes.
King Ha says it was Gaddafi.
Oh, it was Gaddafi.
He said, you already know we have to get prepared. The National Guard has been activated. The next move is to keep you confined and to start rationing in food and water to your community.
Please do.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to speak about that. Please do. Do not take those words. We have to stack up. This is the time. We have to prepare in the event that something is going to happen, and it clearly you see something is going to happen, and we may have to do that.
Now, shout out to Crazy World in the building.
Peace, Crazy. Crazy
World said Trump set it up. His speech told you what he wanted to happen. Trump going to jail for this. Well, a lot of people say the same thing. They definitely have a sentiment that, he's going to jail, that they want to get him out of office. They want to either impeach him or bring in that 25th Amendment.
Wow.
6 Speed in the building. Peace to the guards. And, Shamosi says, I disagree with calling them protesters. That was a straight up riotous mob, and nobody got arrested. No. And they had guns and bombs. Let them have been black, you already know. Right. Word. Now, there was pipe bombs that was found in that Capitol. They found 2 or 3 pipe bombs in there. Wow. They got all the way in there to like the door before the assembly floor. The senators and all of the Congress they was scattering because they was damn near had a fight with one another. And the senators, the Republicans and Democrats were fighting each other. Not fighting, but they were having a serious argument with one another. Then when all of this stuff started happening, these motherfuckers started scattering like mice to all of their offices. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on. You had, a whole lot of different motives going on in one place.
I don't think that any of us would disagree that there were a lot of motives going on in this one event. I hope that we all can be in agreement with that. Whether Trump initiated it, which I don't understand why he would do that, knowing that these people are known for bringing their people in. Like the last riot, we have so much footage where people are paying black folks to go out and bust up windows in stores. All right, we have footage of bricks mysteriously being in certain locations and stuff like that. So, like I said, Black Lives Matter, were supposedly trying to do something great, but there are other people within that crowd that has different agendas. So there's a lot that play that's been played at hand. And the interesting thing is this has been happening from time to time, but we get to really see it with our own eyes.
Yeah, that's a
All
fact.
right, the curtains have been pulled back. We've seen how these media, big media companies go in and put footage of goddamn movies on, and same footage from different countries on. We've gotten to see so much right before our eyes more than anything else, and I think that we shouldn't take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? We got to see a lot, so it is what it is. Trump is not innocent.
So now going back to what the conversation is being in the chat.
Okay.
Why he said this is crazy. What will happen next?
It don't look good.
Wiz says
good.
The China Communist Party seized Jackie Chan's mansion in China. They seized his mansion.
What?
Then King Ha says Asian provocateurs, protesters chant.
Yeah, you sound country.
Protesters chant, sing, carry signs. Shamosi Bay. Shout out to Goldie Mac in the building. Shout out to Eugenio Bay in the building. Goldie Mac said Trump really fucked up this time. Shamosi Bay says I absolutely agree with the sisters. Civil War is absolutely on its way. And then Crazy World said they had to rush the senators to the underground bunker. And Goldie Mac said they're not protesters at all. You know what I'm saying? And, I could understand that because you had a whole bunch of different factions, whether they were, agents for the president,
it didn't appear
agents for the Congress, agents for some other, agenda. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole bunch of agents. That was an agent fest out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they all was agents for some reason, or somebody was getting a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that to answer partly the question that Wadi asked, what will happen next? According to this article from Zero Hedge, it's not the end all be all, but it's something that we've talked about, and it's something that you want to keep an eye on. Says erase the face, how to dehumanize an entire population. It says following the quasi-coup by Donald Trump against the ruling class in 2016, Team Biden and Harris prepare to reestablish the ruling class firm control over the U.S. population from their perch atop of the executive branch. The peasants, in their view, have been allowed too great leniency to direct their own lives under the Trump regime. Like a virus, the holdover Enlightenment idea that the average citizen has the autonomy to determine what he or she wears has festered far too long. So you talk about democracy.
I hope y'all drinking y'all water.
Democracy / socialism. Look that up and look up totalitarianism, because those are all synonymous. So all of y'all that are co-signing democracy oh, you're about to get that work.
But the republic that we have today is not the republic of our ancestors. So don't get me wrong. Aren't these same people that claiming to be republic? They're not. They're not a big of a difference. The people that are in house that's supposed to be republic are not of a big difference than the democracy right now. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing by the rules. They're not really upholding the real republic, right or wrong.
Yep. And a lot of people say that they were private. And I agree with that. I agree with Crazy World.
Can you read what he said?
I agree. He said them wasn't protesters. Them was militia groups. Shamosi Bey says we have to absolutely keep an eye on Trump. Now he showed that he does have power, whether he's in the position of power or not. Goldie says the KKK, Proud Boys, white militia, neo-Nazis is what that was. And then Crazy World says Trump might be the head of the KKK on the low. No, I don't agree with that. That's hell no. Biden is a enforcer, or he's a
everything is in reverse. Believe it or
it's
not,
in reverse.
do not
So
give
Biden went to the
credit.
head of the KKK's funeral, spoke and did a eulogy on him.
I don't understand how y'all skipped that.
Yeah, come on.
What
we talking about
you
here?
know,
and that man is in the office. See now, Joe Biden.
Don't get me wrong. I can say a million times, Trump ain't all that perfect.
No, he ain't perfect at all.
But
don't get it twisted.
There is more substantial evidence of Biden being that person than Trump. Y'all gotta pull this, like, where you like actual footage, actual documents. Like I don't,
right.
you know, nobody has really worked forth. I mean, maybe Trump is good at hiding stuff. I don't know, but
Crazy World said he was sure telling them what to do. Facts. And he absolutely told them to go home and be peaceful. He kept talking about them protesting, protecting their rights, but doing it peacefully because any kind of violence would feed into what was being stated by the opposition.
He
definitely was telling them.
Excuse me, they censored him. His last tweet, he didn't just say protest peacefully. He said whoever commits any crime, you best believe you're going to be arrested. And he said you can be arrested and you can be tried up to 10 years or something like that within his tweet, and they censored that. So that was the last thing that I seen. So he told them, you play with me and you going to jail. So I don't know, but once again, they don't. That's the thing for me in question.
That's the problem.
Why you gotta censor him? Why? What's the point of? Why can't he just go in his rant? I mean,
you hear on one side and they putting a muzzle on the other side. So what I'm saying is, if you believe you got First Amendment rights of free speech,
the Congress was in there going.
Look at what they doing to the so-called president. If they could do that to him, they're going to do it to you. They just showing you as him being an example, what they're gonna do to you when you try to do anything. Because you have people, you got people who are in power. You got governors who are threatening to arrest people for speaking and presenting anything to the contrary of democracy. There's like 2 or 3 governors that said they willing to arrest people just for speaking their mind if they oppose what's going on there.
Well, that's the thing. How much of what is your definition of democracy? Because this seems like a more like a dictatorship. And I mean, these are some of the things that we're going to have to.
Democracy, so everybody can see it.
Right. I need to know what is the definition of that, because if it exists with how they're moving, then I can see that. But if not, then we have an issue. You know what I mean? If you're not allowed to speak or about your political opinions, and to the point where you're going to get censored, then I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what is that or what does that mean. Um, he's looking up the word democracy. What is this? What this is the Webster?
This is the Webster dictionary. I want to go back to political universe that has a democratic government. Like, how could the word? See, now let's go. Let's go. Let's go to something else. Let me go to a different one.
Well,
because whenever you start seeing the word in the actual definition, that's not
Jaden.
That's not what's happening.
Jaden, can you bring me my sneakers? I want to say, no matter what is transpiring, we have to stack up water. We have to make sure we have an emergency bag, okay? And we have to, consider all possibilities. This, by far, in my opinion, based off of my assessment, is nowhere near over, okay? And we gotta lay low, let the powers to be do what they gotta do, while we're making sure we do what we gotta do, okay?
They didn't change the definition. They didn't change the definition.
He's adamant about them saying that they changed the definition. I don't know what that's about, but we're gonna learn today. Make sure you guys are drinking water. By the time this show is finished, you should have at least drunk 2 cups of water, or 16. That's 16 ounces of water. 2 of these, okay. We have to make sure that we're staying healthy and we're doing what we have to do. He is going to go into his dictionary to get the accurate definition of democracy, but I am also going to ask him to read what they have up here on the internet. We spoke to Papa Harambe, and he definitely broke down etymology and gave us an insight on these words and how they have changed throughout, history. And no, my sneakers, go back. No, and so with that being said, we have to make sure we do our due diligence and make sure that we have the accurate definition of all of this stuff. Right now, Trump is being censored, so there's minimal information that's going to be coming on his side. But I feel like they have something, something in preparation, and we just got to make sure that we keep informed. But thank you. When we're informed, I want you guys to know that you just can't believe everything. Okay, for instance, a young lady supposedly got shot, right? So during this protest, and in my opinion, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, if she got shot, how are people still allowed to be on the crime scene? That's like a red flag for me, So you gotta always remember the who, what, when, where, and why. How the hell is this possible? There's supposed to be a lot of red, yellow tape up. There's supposed to be a lot of things transpiring. So when you're watching the news or we're reading these articles and we're listening to Trump, we just got to constantly just question ourselves, okay? The powers to be, they're fighting each other. What the hell are we going to do? We definitely got to stay out of Dodge, but what do we need to do collectively to build ourselves up? I say collective. Some people still believe in individualism. I don't see how far we're going to get. We can get but so far. One person can do a lot, but 2 can do much more. Shout out to the chat. Proper etiquette. Let's see what they're talking about. What is the chat saying?
Crazy Well say starting wars. Shamosi says republic means power of the people, meaning that the people have the power. And I gotta say that is a new definition because it did not mean that previously. I wish I had my dictionary. That
What type of dictionary are you looking for? You can ask someone in the chat if they have it, and they can be able to post what is the definition, the accurate
you can
definition.
post it, but online they changed all the dictionary. They changed all the definitions online.
I know, but what dictionary are you looking for? Maybe they have
Black's Law Dictionary.
Okay, does anyone in the chat have a Black Laws Dictionary, and can they please look up the word democracy and see and give us the meaning of it? What is the meaning of democracy on the internet? What is the meaning? I'm sorry?
It said where was that at? Goldie says a lot of people will be going to jail for this foolishness.
A lot of people, like who? Are the protesters? Will it be President Trump? Is it the Biden? Like, who in particular will be arrested? Is it the Congress? Are there celebrities? Because I'm hearing so many things.
What is democracy? Eugenia says, what is democracy? Never been in a constitution. Yeah.
Right. That's true. But we still want to have the meaning because people are tripped up over these things. And so we want to...
Trump violated the Constitution. This is why the repercussions of them violating his First Amendment rights went down. Okay, I'd like to know how he violated the Constitution. Mm-hmm. Trump is gonna F a lot of people up where it says. Shamosi says, in order for the Constitution to work for you, you must exercise God-given rights. If you do not exercise your rights, the Constitution can't do anything for you if you are exercising privilege. Then he says,
please hit that
Constitution. The Constitution turns its back on you if you are exercising privilege. A democracy is when you appoint someone else to handle your business for you, a representative. I can relate with that one. That's probably the closest one because it basically is saying a mob rule. It's basically the few govern the minority, govern the majority. So it's basically the word of a few is going to be what stands as
opposed to the word of the majority.
Right, because a republic is a government governed by the people, not a democracy. You know what I'm saying? They just took what a republic is and attached it to democracy because they claim that's what they're doing. But it's socialism and totalitarianism. We're going to look those words up. I just said, look those words up and see if it's not closely relating to what's going on now. I can't even talk.
Why? Why you so?
Because I'm starving right now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can look those words up. You know, Trump is going to have to answer for some things, but there are a lot of other people that's going to also have to answer for some things as well. So this thing doesn't seem like it's going to go away anytime soon.
No.
So
that's the bottom line. For us to be in preparation and just know that January 20, things are not going to just disappear. And the powers to be over there, whoever they are, Trump, Biden, all of them, they have their people, and people are not letting out. So just be prepared. Just be prepared for anything to happen. Make sure you have water available. Make sure you have certain seeds available. I actually posted on Facebook like how you can literally grow seeds within in a plastic bag with earth in it. So there's always remedy and ways to survive. We don't know what is to come. We have no idea what is to come. But I know you guys living on this landmass probably since you've been born. And there are things that has happened throughout the years in history. But boy, for me to be alive to witness this, how they ambushed and orchestrated to go into to the Capitol. Come on, this is the White House. This is the DC. All right, one of the most powerful corporations there is. You know what I'm saying? So like, stop playing, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Um, so this is interesting to see, but at the same time is not funny, and we just have to be prepared. Let's not wait to the last minute when things get all out of control and then we're not prepared, and you don't want to be left behind in any of this at all, because there's only but so much that another person can do for you in the event that something major happens. So it's the survival of the fullest. We're in the belly of the beast right now. We need to get out, come up out of her. you know um Outside of that, I'm sorry, I'm actually looking at the chat over there. But outside of that, is there anything else that you want to witness? The no fucking around organization seems to be infiltrated. Okay, that seems to be also going around. This guy Jay, I don't, it's just it's just interesting to me. And we have to really prepare. If anyone is here in the chat right now that is not on the Sunday bill, please let us know. We'll put our email in the link and we can have conversations in the private, because at this point we've been having it, but at this point we have to be in preparation for anything right now. Okay. Also, some of these things that I mentioned earlier today, if you guys were in the chat earlier, this is for good for your iron. All right, for the sisters, this is a powerful wound cleaner. It don't get no better than this, brothers. For her birthday, you should be buying this. All right, like literally, a lot of us are low in iron, especially the women. Especially women who were pregnant or had carried children, and and due to some of us have a lot of fibroids. This is phenomenal. Okay, you should be using this. Okay, this is so powerful. You cannot use this if you're pregnant, because you're at risk of aborting the baby, and you can't use this during breastfeeding, and you cannot even use this if you're on your monthly. I personally, after my menstrual, take bathe, pour a little bit in the tub, and I bathe in this. The hormone, vitamin D, very important. Melanated people, y'all already know what the deal is in regards to this. This company is called Blue Bonnet. I haven't done my research on them, but make sure you do it. For the brothers, a lot of us, I know the women is, look at me going, women are stressing you out. We yelling and screaming and complaining. Your high blood pressure is going all high, diabetes and all this stuff. This right here is, Peter Shoe put us onto that. Make sure you do it. And when you get it, do not leave it in your refrigerator. Please don't do that. Please take these things.
Right.
All right.
It has to be refrigerated after you open it. Now, what I come across here is some tidbits of information here. It says, newly elected West Virginia lawmakers seen with the mob that stormed the Capitol yesterday. So you have lawmakers mixed in with that whole thing. So now understand. Now, someone help me understand this here. It says a GOP senator says he's never seen Vice President Mike Pence, traitor Mike Pence, so angry amid Trump calls to block the election certification. Wow. So why would the vice president be so angry with the president trying to expose and bring attention to fraud or to alleged fraud that occurred that will get him back in office? Come on. Unless he has some complicity with what was going on the other side. Because there are a lot of quote unquote Republicans who turned their back on Trump. You know what I'm saying? They turned their back on him. And they got every right to do so. But why now? If you believe what you believe, if you're a Republican senator or something like that, you're already in office. What's the sense of changing your stance? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you gain by changing your stance unless some backdoor deal was being made?
They had to.
Or if you was unless
they threatened his life
in the crimes against humanity that were taking place.
They probably just threatened him and threatened his family and said, hey, if you don't get on board, X, Y, and Z. But what do y'all think about $53 million being given to Pakistan? No, $53 million given to Count Fish and about $20 million given to Pakistan for gender program. I mean, $53 million to Count Fish. Okay, so I am lost here. You know, we're gonna be states are gonna be divided, in my opinion. States are gonna be divided. We're going back to this 13th colony shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Well, we just gotta pick a state, create a state, you know what I'm saying, and just keep it moving, because we're going to be very divided. It is ghost town right now in New York, okay? It's becoming ghost town. I've never seen nothing like this since I've been living, okay? Stores are closed down. We are in the Empire State. Now, I'm not saying nobody's state is better than ours, but come on. You know the history and the reputation when it comes to New York. Ghost town, okay? And we're going to have to consider a lot of things. So once again, hit us up in the private, because we're going to have a lot of building to do. We're talking, but we're going to have some more action. I hope you guys are drinking your water right now. If I wasn't on the show, I would be doing my jumping jacks. I'm encouraging you guys. We have to stay healthy so that we can stay mentally well, and so we can know what we can do. Men, I need y'all up there doing push-ups and sit-ups and everything. Listen, we got to go. All right. Females, we need to be, training with the guns. Things got to give. All right. We're going to be going through some stuff, guys. That's all I have to say. Did you hear what I said? We're going to be going through some things in the next few weeks, months, and years. Okay? And we're going to have to buckle down, buckle your seatbelt, and figure out. And that's about it. That's all I have to say. And I rest my case. I am so sorry. The side chat convos need to be spoken out so that the viewers can know what you guys are speaking about if they're not necessarily in the chat.
They can see it on the screen.
Now, well, they may not want to, some people may have issues with eyesight. I know a few of those people.
Right, but I have to let you talk. And I have to...
Okay, so what are you guys saying?
Well, what's being said is, hold up. OC Bay, shout out to you. He said, brother,
Shout out.
etiquette is on point. The older the book, the better because they do change the meanings.
Yes, this is true.
Crazy World says police open the gates for the mob. That's absolutely correct.
This is true.
You know,
This is true.
Crazy World says because 60 judges and FBI and Supreme Court said they found no corruption. So do we actually believe that? What they found and what actually happened? Because there's been video. So you saying that the video is wrong? All of the eyewitness testimony is wrong? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, I mean, what are we looking for? It depends what we're looking for is what we're gonna find.
Facts.
And, he said Trump picked the judges, and I'm not. He didn't pick all of the judges. I think it was 3.
He picked some. But who don't pick the judges?
So stupid, foolish. 4 dead, tons of charges on the way. The votes still got counted. What did they accomplish?
Nothing.
Well, they did accomplish exposing that there was complicity.
My bad. Something.
And there was corroboration. Like, for instance, this is a question that I got for everybody on
Votes
here now.
still counted, and he has to get out of there.
What country sends the votes to another country to be tallied, to be sent back? Are we counting votes for other countries who are having their elections?
Okay.
Why is our voting system, the votes are going out of the country and then coming back? Please answer that. Give me that.
I'll wait for the answer.
I'll wait.
They're texting. They're going to answer for us.
I'll wait.
I'll wait.
And if you know a country who is outsourcing their voting system, I want to know that too.
I'll wait.
Because I guarantee you that China ain't their votes ain't coming to America and then being sent back there. You know what I'm saying? Russia, Germany, their votes ain't being counted out of the country and then being sent back into the country. But America, United States, their voting system, the votes go out of the country to 2 or 3 other countries and then come back.
I'm sorry, the clock is ticking. Hold on.
No, but that's not the answer to my question. That's not the answer to my question. America is the world military. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's really not answering the question. I asked you.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is not the Sunday build.
What other country has their votes coming here and going back there?
We'll wait.
You know what I'm saying? All we do is provide arms for militias who have who are working towards American interests.
The clock is ticking. Do anyone care to answer that question?
But
the clock is ticking.
Other countries kill their own presidents too.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. You have to read what they're saying.
Okay.
Would you like me to stop the clock?
Says an arrest was mostly rats. He says his people. Then he says in every state coming out against him. Every state is not coming out against him. You know what I'm saying? What happened is you had all of these Republican states, right? You know what I mean?
Is that validation for the votes?
Now let me ask y'all this. And he said, and Crazy World says, America involved with all elections around the world. We kill presidents. Now, I don't think they involved with anything going on in China or India. You know what I'm saying?
No, not China and India, but they are involved with the world. This is true.
Right. But again, they're only going to provide
because
and funds to militias.
They're the number one in bullying.
America.
They're number
That's
one
what they
in
do.
military, number one in bullion. That is the commodity of the America, the United States of America. They're number one with that.
All right, crazy. Well, I hear you, but you still ain't answering my question.
Okay, do anyone
But we
else
gonna leave
care?
that one alone.
Anyone else care to answer the
We gonna leave
question?
that alone.
Anyone else care?
Yeah. Does anybody else care, or
One more.
am I just beating a dead horse?
We'll give you.
Yeah, I agree with Goldie. This was a setup. It was definitely a setup.
Definitely.
You know
No,
what I'm
hands
saying?
down, setup.
There's blood on a lot of
On
people's hands.
both sides,
On
I
both sides.
concur.
So we agree with that.
I'm sorry, question not answered. Clock.
Yeah, question ding ding ding. Question not answered. Let's move on.
Okay.
Shamosi Bay says totalitarianism relating to being or imposing a form of government, political authority, and centralized control over all aspects of life. Now that sounds more like what is going on here now.
I concur.
You know what I'm saying?
I concur. I concur.
Then Shamosi
Absolutely,
says,
King.
Totalitarianism, individuals are subordinate to the state, and political cultures and expressions is suppressed. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
Is it
Suppressions.
that what's going on?
Suppressions is that's right. Suppressed. This is true.
Right.
Expressions
You know what
are.
I'm saying? Isn't that what's going on?
This is very true. Once
And
again, I agree.
6B says no other country will send their votes to us. Thank you.
Facts on facts, but we doing polls on certain ones. We go in there, create some war, Iraq, create this, Haiti, and then they go in and they put their governments in there in control.
Right.
X, Y, and
See,
Z.
the
This
thing
is
is
true,
about the
but
resources.
nobody.
They don't care who is.
They want the oil.
working at the top, as long as they're
They want
willing
the
to work with
resources.
the country, and yeah. Crazy World says we tell all countries they can't have nukes so we can control the world. Yes, that's correct.
This is correct.
But
This is correct.
there's mad countries with nukes. So
That's correct.
What they're saying and what's being done are two different things.
They can have control.
The only people they're really trying to stop to having nukes is the people in
Them bad boys.
in Northeast Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Mess with them niggas in the Congo. They see what happened.
Right. Because China, Japan, Hong Kong,
China own all
Germany,
this.
you know what I'm saying?
China's gonna go back to
Russia,
owning this.
all of them have nukes. They all got nukes.
It's over for us.
You know what I'm saying?
It's over.
I think even Cuba got nukes, and they got nukes from Russia.
That's hilarious.
Right, but it only Goldie. That's correct. We do have
Can
the
you-
most. He said we have the most nukes in the world, but it only
Facts.
takes one. One nuke from anywhere is going to destroy the whole world. So it don't really matter how many nukes you got.
Right? We wouldn't sound off the alarm. Woo. I don't think we want that. We don't want that. We don't want that heat.
Right. One nuke. You know what I'm saying? Kiss your ass goodbye.
Chat, please do
You
not
talking
forget.
about destroying the whole side of the planet.
Please do not forget to hit that like button. I appreciate you guys so much. And please take this link and share with your family, because I want them to be able to get the remedy that I have been speaking about constantly throughout the show. We're going to be closing pretty soon, but if you guys have any subject matter that you want to speak about, please do so. We have no issue with that at all. Don't forget to hit that like button, all right? And share this link with your family and friends. And also, we need to stay connected so we know what the hell to do in the event that what the hell happens and we got to do what we got to do. And that don't make no sense. Go ahead.
Crazy World says biggest gun run things. You have a point there. And that's why
Facts.
China is about to take over America, because they got big guns. And they got a couple billion more people than we do.
They just have control over things.
And if you look at the economics of the game, they making all the money.
They are. They are. Please hit that like button, you guys. 14 people are watching. What's going on? Hit that like button.
Mac says 21 nuclear power plants, I believe, the most in the world. Yeah, but power plants are more about energy, and those are not even the best thing. That's not even the best source of energy.
They're just gonna.
It's a cheap way to make good energy, but the cost is it destroys the environment.
Hit that like button, guys, please.
It destroys the landscape and everything around it. Shimoshi says the sister is absolutely correct. New York City has become a ghost town. I have had the pleasure of being France, Spain, Italy, Rome, Israel, Turin, nice, and there is nothing on this planet like New York.
Thank you. I'm telling y'all, that's how you know it's about to go down. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. Hit that like button. I have a question for you guys. In conclusion,
great conversation.
In conclusion, with everything that has transpired, obviously we have two different sides of the spectrum as far as what we believe things to be, right? What do y'all predict? All right, what do you predict? January 20th is coming in. Who do you feel is going to be in office? Do you feel like we're going to civil war? Do you feel like Trump is going to declare martial law last hour of the inauguration, before the inauguration? What do you predict is going to happen moving forward? Just this next few days, just this next few days, and then we can go past that.
Right. And if y'all on here, I want y'all to read this. Oh, I gotta try to get this right.
What do you want them to read?
It says Justice Department submits documents seeking to eliminate certain civil rights protections for minorities.
I don't know what you guys think y'all have gotten yourself into, but we're just going to leave that alone. What is the prediction? What is the prediction of the next coming weeks? I would like to hear that in closing out so we can kind of see who may have the best seeing eye in this whole chaos right now. What is your prediction? What is your prediction?
What?
With what will transpire within the next few days, not even weeks, leading up to the inauguration.
Next few days, it's going to be a whole lot of smoke.
Next week, I think the inauguration will happen a week or two. We got two.
A week or two.
Okay.
There's going to be a whole lot of smoke and mirrors. There's going to be a lot of misinformation that's being thrown around.
Okay.
In order to kind of keep people just kind of questioning what's going on, you know. And
do you think that Trump is going to stay in office?
At this point, it looks like no, he's not going to be in office. He's out of there.
Okay, what about you guys? What is your prediction? Please we got 15 people on the line right now. Please don't forget to hit that like button. I need you guys to make sure you keep your remedies intact. Keep your immune system high. Keep your immune system high. I'm going to be putting all of these things in the description box below. Let's get it. What is your prediction for leading up to the inauguration? Which president will be in office? Let me know, man. I need some answers. Also, do you think we're going to go to civil war? Let me know, because we're going to have this chat to reference back. It's great. What's going on? Please, I hope you guys are drinking water, and make sure that we do our push-ups and sit-ups after the show. Right now, you know, we always have to be in deep meditation. And please, guys, don't forget to do deep breathing and holding your breath, okay? Please do not forget. But I'm here. I'm listening to you guys. I really am eager to know what your predictions are. All right. We have 2 announcements. I need y'all to stay tuned. January 14th, Jonah Bay will be back on the show, and y'all not gonna want to miss it. All right. January 16th. Woo! Zion Lex will be in the building. You definitely don't want to miss it again. And we have some upcoming other people coming on, but we're not going to mention that for right now. What is the prediction? Who is going to be in office? What is the chat talking about?
Um, saying Biden in office, Trump indicted. Crazy world.
Okay, that's your
Uh,
prediction.
Eugenio says Trump.
Trump.
Wiz says Trump.
Okay.
Um,
Do you think we're going into civil war, guys? Anybody? Civil war?
Marky says they give money to other countries when we need it. It seems like they care more about other people
Than
than us.
us. I mean, facts, but people don't see that. 53. One thing we must say, Trump took money back from the World Health Organization, right? He shut that down. He shut down the program that Fauci and them had and Bill Gates with the HIV for years, but nothing ever happened. He pulled that back out of China, Wuhan, China, I believe to be exact. And the money was coming to the American people, not enough, I'll tell you that much, but something, right? um I'm rocking with the side who want to be free, hands down. Y'all already know my sentiments about it.
Rosie says the answer to that question is none at all.
None at all. So no one is gonna be on. There's no administration gonna be in the office.
60 said it's going down like a plane crash.
Okay, when you say going down, what does that mean, God? What does that mean? Are we should we prepare for something? Like, what is your sentiments?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be ugly, man. It's gonna be ugly. People are gonna see how quickly things change, and
Do you think martial law is really going to be in effect, full effect? What do you guys think?
Waddy says, Kia, as the avatar, can you bend all elements?
I will.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
Speed, answer your question. Pandemonium.
Okay, pandemonium. All right. That's great. I'm the indigenous goddess. I'm here to bring, great energy and balance through all this chaos.
I just got what he was talking about.
What did he say? Really? I don't get it, guys.
We're going to leave that right there, Waddy.
Okay.
We're going to leave that right there. She ain't get it. Then I got it.
Okay. You get on my nerves. Okay.
Waddy says these people sometimes do show their hand until it's too late.
Until it's too late? Okay. All right.
Eugenio says you're watching a movie play out.
I agree.
Oh, they do not show their hands until it's too late.
They do not. Okay.
So
So you
don't
feel.
show their hands until it's too late.
So do you guys think that, leading up to the inauguration, we got to the 20th, there's still some more to see. It's not over. Can anyone post what Trump said? He said something to the effect that we're still going to be fighting to prove that the elections was rigged, but if need be, we will prepare for transition and of the administration. I believe he said something to the effect. So he's willing to move out of the office on the 20th, but he's not eager to do so. I can't believe that at last minute, him and the vice president. Do you think Trump is having a nervous breakdown, guys? I don't.
Nah. What do y'all think about this right here?
Shaka, we.
No.
Okay.
I got to let people see
Okay.
this.
Well, we're gonna have to do that on another show because
This is just simple stuff. It says
yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts adds a breakfast sandwich to the menu, a flexitarian vegetarian option. Now, would y'all even buy anything that they trying to claim is vegetarian from Dunkin' Donuts? Dunkin' effing Donuts?
Of course, our people will.
Oh my goodness.
Of course.
Man.
Dove is a soap and they make chocolate. Don't it make your throat itch? Like we will anything. Anything. This is why commerce is like the thing to do, because we'll buy anything. Anything. Even human flesh. Even in the event that they said this company meat is half horse and half human, we still eat it. So why not? That's a no-brainer.
That's a fact. It is a no-brainer. I'm laughing at what you said.
Okay, yeah. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so
America is they put all of these adjectives and all of these things in the food and in every food, like food FDA, food drug, okay? They're telling you it's a drug, Food Drug Administration. So I told you that pharmaceuticals are in the showers. So we have these things seeping in our pores, and we have to go hard and be aggressive in making sure that we eliminate some of these toxins. Who would be willing? I want to ask you guys one more question before we leave out.
I gotta stand here.
Who would be willing, in the event that there's civil war, who would be willing to go out and move out and live in the woods and go camping? Okay, who would be willing to do that? I would love to know. And who would be willing to come together and go to a healing retreat, sometime this year, 2021? I would love to know. I'm trying not to.
I know you can't. Don't be so.
Cannot.
It gotta just be one right here. So.
Okay, so the chat is writing something. We're getting ready to close out.
Okay, yeah. Once Crazy World says once they give out the first jail time.
First jail time.
First jail time.
What jail time is this, man? You just want this man to go to jail so bad, and I'm for it. If you want Trump to go to jail, let him go to jail. But I'm just saying, why you don't want both of these dudes to go to jail? Like, for real, Kamala too. This woman has put more black men in jail than the goddamn I don't know what. So, like, why you don't want these people everyone to go to jail? Let everyone go. You know what I'm saying? Let everyone go.
Eugenio said yes to arrest these criminals.
Which criminal?
Yeah, like which one?
I don't think Crazy World and Eugenio are referencing the same people here.
No,
I doubt that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy World says that's the end of the revolution. They say he wearing Pampers. If you can't hold your bowels, something wrong with you.
And who are we talking about? Senile Biden that can't remember a sentence?
Oh my God!
Okay, y'all going in.
Both sides is right. One side is KKK. The other side is white militia.
I can go with that.
That sounds.
I can go with that.
Yeah.
That sounds just about right.
You made it good. That is a good point, Goldie. I like that.
I can go with that.
I like that. 6 Speed says, surrounded by Moors, I will. Okay.
So it have to be Moors. This is the camping, or this is the healing retreat, or both? I guess just both, right?
Yeah, the camping.
Okay.
The Crazy World said, if it's girls, I'll go.
You know what? You stay home. Just stay home.
Well, I gather there will be some ladies.
No,
in attendance.
we ladies will be in attendance, but we'll be on the other side of the camping. Okay, we will not be with you guys.
Okay. Eugenia says right here. I don't know what that means. Shamosi says, can't find the like button, still looking. It should be at the bottom of the video. Like at the
Yeah,
bottom
it's
of
like they have a
the
thumb.
viewer.
It has an
It's like
action.
a thumbs up button. It looks like this.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And then 6B says both.
Okay.
You know.
Even if it's a whole bunch of men, right? Just we're camping.
Right. Well, you know.
Well, but the whole point is me asking that question is like for survival. Like, are you guys really mentally prepared for the possibility of this actually happening? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. You know, you may have to pack your camping stuff with your little radio, your flashlight, your blankets, your heating thing, learn how to build a fire. We don't know what's going to happen. I am shocked that born and raised in New York City. I'm talking about New York City. I didn't come from Buffalo. No disrespect to these people in Rochester and Catskill. I am from the city. I'm from the city. And
Harlem to be exact.
All right, Harlem in the building. But so on top of that, and I'm from Harlem, so I'm in the city, you know, and it's ghost. It's becoming ghost. I'm gonna get. I got my new phone now. I'm gonna be filming footage of stores that are like empty as we're going down, just empty. People are leaving the city, empty. So these are signs.
Shamoshi says January 20th, Biden will be president.
Okay.
Trump already declared a state of emergency in March 14th or 17th, I believe, which put FEMA in charge of the United States.
This is true.
All the pandemic money is coming from. So, and crazy said, not in my hood.
Not what you mean not in your hood? Crazy world. Go downtown and you see what? Please. It's bad. It's bad. And 125th have a few stores closed as well, but you really get to see downtown and see how everything is closed. It's ghost.
Right. See, that's the thing, and that's one of our peeves. Is like a party. So we're so eager to escape the reality of what's going on.
That's
everything is going to be like a party until either the money run out
or
the military roll in.
Right. Don't be stuck in that bubble in your hood and not see what's going on outside of there. And when these military troops are walking through, you're oblivious as to what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll become like while everybody else packed their bags and left, like, oh shit, they coming. You still there talking about we partying. No, we not. Like, we gotta go. Like, fam, we gotta go.
Yeah. So it's about that time.
It's about that time. I appreciate you guys. Let me tell you something. I am hoping that Jonah is going to be dropping some jewels as to the next webinars that he's going to be doing. All right, it's going to be a game changer. When Zion get on here, like it's going to be a wrap. Let me tell you something. Like the next two guests that are coming on, it is going to be crazy. All right, and that will also be around the time that the inauguration is about to happen. So we'll also get to have some conversations outside of that. Jessica will be back on Sunday afternoon around 3:00 to speak about some holistic remedy. Also, she's going to be giving us some insight as to what is going on in the hospitals because she's going to be there. All right. So y'all guys want to stay tuned for that. Also, we have some other things coming up, but we can't mention them right now. But in the meantime, in between time, I hope y'all drinking y'all water. Now, I'm not going to hold you guys. I can probably only do about 5 push-ups, but I can do plenty of sit-ups and a lot of jumping jacks. Let's get ready.
All right. And for hostess with the mostest. The co-host Waji.
Thank you.
Our moderators, in the building.
Shout out
to all of y'all. Afisha, Wiz,
peace.
Crazy World. I gotta get you that wrench. I don't know what's going on. We gotta figure that out because something ain't right.
It's just crazy. I was saying that's what crazy.
Your world crazy, crazy world. Your
That's
world
right.
is crazy. So that's what it is. Much love to everybody who participated in our convo. We love to get the back and forth. We can get a lot more. We can reach a lot more ground when we're having an open discussion about things.
Right.
This is not a personal matter. We're not attacking anybody. We don't judge people for what their opinion or what their views are.
Cool.
We're not on that type of time. You know what I mean? Because we all brothers and sisters in here. So
right. I gotta mention a few people that do some spiritual readings that you guys need to reach out to make sure that everything's in line and do your natal chart. I'm here to just give remedy at this point. We're going through a lot and we have to make sure that we're mentally aligned. With that being said, House of Harlem TV is here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Sundays now at 3. Saturdays in the afternoon. We got so much stuff lined up and so much stuff going on. Y'all not going to even believe it. From the music side to the information side. We also have a numerologist that is going to be coming on too. But once again, y'all see the flyers on IG and Facebook, and we'll give y'all the dates for that. Until next time, guys. Peace.